The last Power Rangers season of this period that we have seen for 30 years is Cosmic Fury, and it premieres on September 29, 2023. After that, we won't have anything about Power Rangers in 2024, but according to the producer of Cosmic Fury, it is very possible that in 2025 we will have the new productions with the reboot of the franchise. Obviously, this is an opinion based on his experience and the knowledge he may have because of his connections with Hasbro, but it is not an official fact. We must understand that right now there is a strike in Hollywood and absolutely no one knows when that is going to end. There are many productions that have been delayed due to this strike, and the Power Rangers reboot is one of them. Cosmic Fury producer Simon Bennett said in an interview the following: Hasbro's main interest was always in the young adult Jonathan Entwistle series that had been in development since late 2019 or early 2020. This was intended to be a hard reboot, more sophisticated, aimed at an older audience, without any dependency on Sentai or established canon. However, development seemed to be going very slowly. I don't think Dino Fury Season 2 or Cosmic Fury would have happened if it had been ready. These were stopgap seasons intended to keep the show ticking over and supporting toy sales in the meantime. When development resumes on the Entwistle project after the Hollywood strikes finish, I wouldn't expect to see it going into production until late 2024 at the earliest, so on air sometime in 2025. He basically lets us understand that the second season of Dino Fury and obviously Cosmic Fury would not have existed if the reboot production was ready. The pandemic most likely delayed the start of the reboot, so Hasbro preferred to go ahead with 2 additional seasons of Dino Fury. Remember that even though Cosmic Fury has a different name, it is still the 3rd season of Dino Fury. This means that the plans were to do the first season of Dino Fury and then start the reboot, but since the entire production of the new universe was delayed, then they had to do 2 additional seasons to keep selling more toys. If Hasbro had not made this decision, then the Power Rangers would be on hiatus from the end of the first season of Dino Fury in December 2021. Because of the pandemic, the strike, and how difficult it is to rebuild a new concept for a franchise that has been around for 30 years, we would have been out of Power Rangers for 4 years. Although Bennett thinks it's possible, we could have something about the Power Rangers in 2025, this is somewhat unlikely as it all depends on what Jonathan, the new producer, has been doing all this time. If Jonathan was working on this reboot since 2019 and is still moving forward with the project, then it is likely that we could have some progress even in 2024. For this to happen, then the strike must end soon and hopefully the producer will have a lot of things ready to go. You must remember that to start a reboot they have to modify the style of the franchise, do studies of the audience they want to target, create the story, find the actors, negotiate the contracts, find the filming locations, and then they can start the project. This is just a basic overview, but there are many other things that need to be accomplished before a production can begin. If Jonathan has been looking for all of this since 2020, then all that remains is to start the project, and this can begin as soon as the strike is over. I know a lot of people have said that it's good to have a break from any project so that the audience starts to miss the product, but you must understand that this is still a business and Hasbro is probably going to want to keep generating profits from Power Rangers. Stopping everything just means stopping profits, because even though they are going to keep selling toys, sales may go down if there is no show premiering. This is why the company had decided to create more seasons of Dino Fury, and if they haven't decided to create another new season, that could mean that Jonathan should have everything ready to start the new production. They are possibly just waiting for the strike to be over and then start looking for the missing pieces to start, and if the strike ends before 2023 is over, then we may have news of the new universe in 2024. Even though they want to hide some things, something always leaks, so it is possible that we will have leaks in 2024. For now, the best we can do is wait and create our theories of what that new universe will be. On this channel we have been emphatic with our opinion about the reboot and all that is needed for it to have a chance to be successful. Obviously, we speak from our perspective as fans, but also as professionals in the creation of visual media. There are many artists on the internet who have created excellent designs for new costumes and different monsters. Possibly these designs don't match the style that the Power Rangers series has now, but they would be great for a new style of the franchise. Power Rangers was always tied to the Japanese series, so they couldn't change the style of the series, and this impacts a lot of things. What we have seen is that Power Rangers being aimed at a child audience, nothing could be so dark, and this includes several different things. We can start with the costumes of the Rangers, which have always been simple, of a basic material, and the important thing has always been to have bright colors. The other example is the monsters, which, despite being quite dark in their design, really the combination of some things affected them. For a monster to be scary, it must be filmed with proper lighting, and it must also include special effects that make it look real. We can see this in horror movies, where the monster always appears in moments of low light and the liquids are part of the spooky effects. Another thing is the personality of all the villains. By always including the silly comedy, this causes us to lose our fear of the monster. Obviously, these are done on purpose to make it a program suitable for a child audience. When I was a kid, I loved watching Rita and Lord Zed being goofy, but if they want to direct the new Power Rangers universe to a more adult audience, then this needs to stop. The villains should be a very important part of the new universe. They should even have a major role in the whole story, because when you have a great villain, it presents a big challenge to the heroes. All this causes the audience to want to find out how the heroes are going to get out of that difficult situation, and that is where the growth of any project begins. You can watch other productions and you will realize that serious villains are always the best. However, the ones that start with silly comedy end up being quite disappointing. Write in the comments your opinion about how the reboot should be and the elements it should have to be successful. Like this video and subscribe to make everything better in Power Rangers.